Chosen one, you'll shine too much. Change is all about you. There are moments in time when everything around you begins to whisper, then shout, that something about you is different. You don't blend in anymore. You don't move like the crowd, talk like the crowd, or carry the same energy as the crowd. This shift is not an accident. It's not a coincidence. It's divine alignment. The change that's happening all around you isn't just external. It's a mirror of the transformation that's been taking place inside of you. And now, chosen one, the light within is becoming too radiant to contain. You're about to shine too much, and everything is shifting because of it. This change is all about you. Write your warmest wishes in the comments and write Amen along with the number 99. This isn't just a video, it's a doorway. And with your words, you're stepping into the frequency of the very things you've prayed for. Something is aligning. Something is being unlocked. Something is saying yes to your deepest soul desires. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've been walking through a world that often didn't understand you. You've been carrying weight in silence and fighting battles no one saw. But despite all of that, you didn't dim your essence. You held on to a truth that many tried to make you forget. That you were created with intention. That you were placed here with purpose. That there's a reason your reflection doesn't look like everyone else's. And it's because you weren't built to be like everyone else. You were built to become something remarkable. And now, that moment is arriving. This isn't just a season, it's a revelation. One by one, the veils that covered your power are falling. The clouds that tried to hang over your destiny are parting. And the brilliance that was always yours is beginning to break through in waves. The kind of light you're carrying isn't man-made. It's not temporary. It's not cosmetic. It's divine. And when God decides that it's time for someone to rise, nothing can hold that light back. You're not just changing. You're being revealed. The people who once looked past you will soon look again, but not out of pity, out of awe. The places that once rejected you will echo with your name, but not in resistance, in recognition. The timelines that once seemed delayed are now unfolding in front of you. God has flipped the switch in your spirit, and now it's time for the world to catch up with what heaven already decided. You're becoming a beacon. You're becoming the proof that divine timing isn't just real, it's unstoppable. You may not have always seen it, but heaven never stopped tracking you. Even when you felt overlooked, you were being watched over. Even when doors slammed shut, new pathways were being drawn in unseen places. You were never behind schedule. You were never disqualified. The process wasn't punishment. It was preparation. And now the same grace that kept you hidden is the same force that's pushing you forward. The world is about to witness what God has always seen in you. Chosen one, you're the shift. You're not chasing change anymore. You are the change. That glow in your spirit, that fire in your voice, that peace in your stride, it's real. It's not borrowed. It's not fake. It's not something you're faking to survive. It's the light of divine clarity. The moment where everything you've endured becomes the foundation of everything you're about to walk into. God didn't just save you. He stored you. And now He's releasing you into rooms you were born to transform. There's a reason you couldn't go where others went. There's a reason certain friendships faded. There's a reason doors closed when you were ready to walk through. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. You were being sculpted in silence, refined in hiddenness, elevated in isolation. Because when you shine, it won't be average. It won't be subtle. It will be divine. It will be magnetic. It will be too much to ignore. You are the fulfillment of promises spoken long ago. And now, you're stepping into the season where every eye will see it. God has wrapped something eternal around your being. Your words are starting to carry weight. Your presence is becoming a signal. Your ideas are echoing with inspiration. The glory that's settling on your life is not just for you. It's for those connected to you. You're the bridge. You're the messenger. You're the evidence that transformation is real, that miracles still happen, and that God still handpicks individuals to disrupt the system. This glow isn't vanity. It's victory. It's not about ego. It's about purpose. You're not here to show off. You're here to show up. To carry something sacred into spaces that have been waiting for your arrival. When you walk in now, atmospheres will shift. When you speak, hearts will stir. When you move, people will wonder why the ground feels different. And the answer will be simple. The chosen one has entered, and change has followed. You're not in competition. You're in command. You don't need to chase validation. Your very being is confirmation. You were built in the quiet, but designed for the stage. Not to perform, but to reveal. Not to seek attention, but to deliver presence. That's why the room feels different now. That's why people can't explain what it is about you. But they feel it. Because God has touched you. And when God touches something, it never looks ordinary again. There will be those who try to minimize your rise. Let them. There will be whispers trying to make sense of your transformation. Ignore them. The ones who are meant to walk with you in this new era will recognize the call without needing an explanation. Your light will make them remember what's possible. Your breakthrough will awaken something buried deep in their soul. You're not just stepping into change, you're igniting it in others. Get ready to be seen, not because you begged for attention, but because heaven has decided it's your time. Get ready to be noticed, not because you shouted your worth, but because your essence can no longer be dimmed. Get ready to be followed, not by crowds, but by favor. You're becoming a lighthouse in a world full of storms, a flame in a world that's grown cold, a revelation in a world that's desperate for truth. Your shine is no longer optional. It's inevitable. You've been underestimated long enough. Now the same people who doubted you will need to adjust their vision. Because what's coming next isn't small. It's not cute. It's not quiet. It's mighty. It's divine. It's everything that God has been building in you, finally being displayed through you. The change is here, and it's all about you. The atmosphere around you is no longer familiar, and that's not by accident. The moment your inner light reaches a certain frequency, the world around you starts to respond. Sometimes with awe, sometimes with resistance, but always with movement. That movement is confirmation. Confirmation that the veil is lifting, that what was once dormant is awakening, that what was once concealed is now being revealed. You are not the same, and the space around you knows it. People may say, "You've changed," and they'll be right. You have. But what they won't understand is that you didn't change to impress. You didn't change to escape. You changed because God called something forward in you that could no longer remain buried. You changed because the version of you that was playing small could no longer carry the weight of your destiny. You changed because you were chosen, and when you're chosen, you evolve. There is a sacred weight on your presence now, one that carries history, prophecy, and legacy. You don't just enter spaces anymore, you shift them. You don't just speak, you awaken something ancient. The light that is rising in you carries memory from generations before you. You are the answered prayer of ancestors who dreamed of a day like this. You're not just shining, you're fulfilling a lineage. This moment isn't random, it's ancestral. It's divine continuation. That's why the glow won't fade. It was never artificial. It was never borrowed. This light is sourced directly from heaven, ignited by obedience, fueled by endurance, and protected by grace. The world hasn't even seen the full spectrum of what you're becoming. What they've seen is just the spark. The fire is still building. The brightness is still growing. The manifestation is still unfolding. There's a reason your name keeps coming up in rooms you haven't stepped into yet. There's a reason strangers feel familiar energy when they see your face. God has placed your essence on the frequency of favor. Even in silence, you're being announced. Even in stillness, you're being summoned. This is what divine exposure looks like. This is what it means to be seen by heaven before being seen by man. Some will call it luck. Others will call it a trend. But those who carry discernment will call it what it truly is. Glory. Pure glory. The tangible evidence that God still places his hand on people and elevates them at the right time. Not because of who they know, not because of their platform, but because of who they are in spirit, because of their posture, because of their yes. And you, chosen one, have said yes when it was hardest. You stayed loyal when it cost you everything. Now God is repaying you with something that can't be stolen. Radiance. You're not just walking into better. Better is being drawn to you. People will start to offer opportunities, not because you asked, but because your energy commands attention. Your frequency will walk into rooms before you do. Your vibration will be felt through whispers, headlines, and confirmations that seem to come out of nowhere. But it's not out of nowhere. It's out of heaven's order. Get ready for invitations that feel too big. Get ready for access that doesn't match your resume. Get ready for blessings that surpass logic. You won't have to explain it. You won't have to justify it. Your life is about to become the kind of testimony that makes others believe again. Believe in timing. Believe in purpose. Believe in God. You're about to be used as a divine sign that the wait was not in vain. Every delay was a setup. Every detour was a redirection. Every heartbreak was pruning. And now, all of it is coming together in a crescendo of divine manifestation. The glow that's on you is not just a spiritual reality. It will become a material reality. What's inside of you is aligning with what's ahead of you. Your outer world is about to catch up to your inner transformation. That's why it feels like things are crumbling. That's why certain people can't stand being near you anymore. It's not because you've done something wrong. It's because your light exposes everything that isn't aligned. You're triggering awakenings just by existing. You're activating healing just by being present. You're stirring conviction just by telling your truth. That's what happens when you're chosen to shine this much. You're not just walking in light. You're walking as light. You're going to start noticing how different you feel in rooms that once felt like home. You'll realize that your old environments no longer feed your purpose. They were safe for the version of you that needed healing, but not for the version that's been healed. The higher version of you is too vast for small spaces. You're not abandoning your roots. You're honoring them by rising. God didn't just call you to break cycles. He called you to build legacies. You are an architect of transformation. Your name is being etched into new blueprints. Your presence is being woven into new timelines. What you're building with your life will outlive you. Your impact won't stop at applause. It will echo in generations to come. It's not about perfection. It's about alignment. And right now, everything in your life is being restructured to match the divine identity within you. If it feels like loss, look again. It's positioning. If it feels like separation, look deeper. It's elevation. You're not losing anything that was meant for your next chapter. Only what couldn't survive the light. The change that's happening is about you, because the assignment is carried by you. Others may have similar callings, but no one carries your code. No one has your divine imprint. No one has your essence. You are the one anointed for this rise. You are the one built to carry this weight. And that's why God kept you when you didn't know you were being kept. That's why heaven kept investing in your restoration, even when you had nothing left to give. And now, restoration is complete. Revelation is flowing. Recognition is beginning. Your face is glowing not from a filter, but from fulfillment. The light is real. The change is unstoppable. And the next part of your story? It's not just beautiful. It's legendary. Everything around you is adapting to the brilliance emerging from within. It's not just a feeling. It's a frequency, a vibration that reshapes outcomes, reroutes timelines, and rearranges the way people perceive you. Your very presence is now permission for others to elevate. The world doesn't just see you, it adjusts to you, not out of obligation, but out of divine design. This is what it means to walk in a season where you shine too much. Nothing stays the same around you because nothing has remained the same within you. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. There's no need to force anything, explain anything, or rush anything. What's meant for you is already seeking you. The divine flow has already begun. You've tapped into something eternal, something that doesn't rely on applause or agreement to be real. It's something heaven wrote over your life before time began. And now it's finally visible in your countenance, in your words, in your walk. You don't need to defend your light. You only need to carry it. Watch how the atmosphere shifts in places that once overlooked you. Watch how conversations change when your name enters the room. Not because people suddenly discovered your value, but because God unveiled it. They're not seeing something new. They're seeing something that was hidden. And that unveiling comes with favor. It comes with provision. It comes with divine connections that don't require manipulation or networking tricks. They come because you carry the mark of someone sent by God. Doors are going to open without a knock. Spaces will be cleared without your asking. Voices will rise to defend you without your prompting. Not because you're fighting for a seat at the table, but because God has declared that you are the table. What you carry now nourishes others. What you speak now frees others. What you've endured has turned into wisdom, and that wisdom is dripping from your spirit like oil. Holy oil. The kind that can't be counterfeited. The kind that confirms you've been processed for purpose. There's no going back to who you used to be. That version of you served its time, carried its weight, and fulfilled its chapter. But now, you've turned the page. Now you are walking as someone who has survived the furnace and didn't come out smelling like smoke. You've emerged with a fire that refines rather than destroys. A fire that lights the way instead of consuming the room. You don't have to announce this fire. It introduces itself through your presence. This is what divine transformation looks like. Subtle, then sudden. Quiet, then undeniable. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for approval. It simply manifests. And once it does, everything changes. Not just for you, but because of you. You're the shift people have been praying for. You're the turning point in someone else's testimony. You are the finally someone else has been whispering in secret prayers. And now, heaven is saying, now. There's a supernatural momentum building in your life. One that doesn't follow the rules of logic or time. Things that once took years will begin to unfold in weeks. Delays will vanish without explanation. And as this acceleration picks up, don't look for patterns to repeat. The old rules don't apply to you anymore. The system that used to restrict you has been dismantled. You're operating under divine governance now, kingdom order, holy acceleration. This glow that's rising from within is not a side effect. It's a signal. It signals to destiny that you're ready. It signals to opportunity that it's safe to land. It signals to wealth that your hands are prepared. It signals to favor that your heart is healed. You're not radiating because you're lucky. You're radiating because you're aligned. This alignment is the fruit of your yes, your tears, your sacrifice, your silence, and your surrender. All of it mattered. All of it worked together. All of it has brought you here. You may not recognize yourself fully yet, but don't worry. The new version of you takes time to unfold. It's being revealed layer by layer. Each moment brings more clarity. Each encounter confirms more truth. Each step forward reveals more brilliance. You are a living canvas of divine design, and God is still painting, still brushing strokes of glory, grace, and power across the timeline of your life. The masterpiece is still in motion, but the glow is already visible. You're not who you were even a month ago. And that's exactly how it was meant to be. The transformation was always scheduled. The revelation was always planned. The glow was always waiting for the right time to emerge. And now that time has come. Let the world say what it wants. Let the whispers form. Let the rumors fly. None of it can dim what God is doing. None of it can alter what's already been anointed. You've entered a season where your name will be spoken with honor, not hesitation. Your presence will be welcomed, not questioned. Your identity will be celebrated, not suppressed. You don't need to shrink to be accepted. You don't need to tone it down to be liked. Shine fully, shine freely, shine boldly. Because this glow is not for aesthetics. It's for impact. It's not just about being seen. It's about seeing others and awakening them too. Because you've been through the darkness, you carry compassion. Because you've known rejection, you carry understanding. Because you've walked through fire, you carry healing. That's why your glow is different. It's not just pretty. It's purposeful. It's not just luminous. It's legendary. You're becoming the kind of soul that doesn't just change a room, but realigns a generation. Stay anchored. Stay grounded. But never dim. You were meant to illuminate the way for others. The path you've walked was never just about survival. It was about embodiment. God was shaping you into a vessel that could carry light without breaking under the pressure. And now that you carry it, walk in it. Let it lead you. Let it speak for you. Let it speak through you. You won't need to force doors to open. Your glow will unlock them. You won't need to beg for visibility. Your glow will demand it. You won't need to seek affirmation. Your glow will remind you of your divine affirmation. Everything you've carried, every tear you've sown, every quiet decision to keep going, it's all glowing in your aura now. It's what makes you undeniable, not just to others, but to yourself. You're no longer waiting for change. You are the change. You're no longer searching for the light. You are the light. You're no longer hoping someone sees your value. God already did. And now, the world will follow. There is a shift in the air around you, and it carries your name. A divine echo is traveling ahead of you, preparing places for your arrival. Not because you've shouted the loudest, but because your spirit has reached the volume of heaven. When you walk into rooms now, something unseen walks with you, something powerful, something holy. That's why you've been feeling the tension and the pull. That's why people have started to look at you differently. They don't always know what it is. They just feel it. And what they feel is glory. It's not just that you're shining. It's that your shine is unsettling what no longer belongs in your life. You've been upgraded spiritually, and your environment has no choice but to adjust. People who once seemed aligned are now distant. Doors you once fought to keep open now seem out of place. Don't fight this. Don't grieve it. This is what divine realignment looks like. You're being resituated into the places your glow was meant to illuminate, not tolerate. The version of you that's emerging is not new. It's original. It's the you that was always there beneath the layers of expectation, pain, and survival. The you that God saw when He whispered destiny into your soul. The you that doesn't apologize for existing. The you that walks boldly without fear, speaks truth without hesitation, and radiates a presence that can't be bought, imitated, or stolen. Your glow is not the result of approval. It's the result of identity. You know who you are now. And even if the world isn't ready for it, heaven is. That's why the timing feels so divine. It's not that you just got better. It's that you got real. You dropped the need to convince, to perform, to chase. And in that stillness, your light expanded. In that surrender, your voice deepened. In that quiet confidence, your path cleared. This glow isn't temporary. It's not tied to mood or moment. It's eternal. It's sealed. It's protected. And that's why nothing can touch it. No slander, no gossip, no resistance can dim what God has illuminated. Your shine was birthed in spiritual labor. You paid for it with solitude, with silence, with sacrifice. And now that it's here, no one can question its validity. They may try, but they won't succeed. Because what's on you is not explainable. It's undeniable. You'll begin to notice the strange stillness that follows your presence, the hush in conversations, the pause in movement. That's not awkwardness. It's awareness. People are feeling the shift in you. They sense they're standing in front of someone who's crossed over, someone who's transitioned from waiting to walking, from hiding to revealing, from surviving to reigning. That glow is a signpost that something divine is happening through you. And for those who underestimated you, let them. For those who forgot you, don't remind them. You don't need retribution. You carry revelation. Let your presence do the talking. Let your transformation preach. What's happening in your life now is not about proving a point. It's about fulfilling a promise. A promise spoken by God long before the struggle began. A promise He's never forgotten, even when you did. The glow you carry is not ornamental. It's instrumental. It unlocks things in people. It softens hard places. It opens closed hearts. And that's why your life is about to change in ways that feel bigger than you. Because your light was never meant to stop with you. It was meant to touch others, to ignite others, to bless others. You are a living lighthouse, and your time to guide has come. Don't be surprised when you start to receive messages from people saying you've changed their lives, just by being yourself. Don't be alarmed when opportunities show up without a formal application. Don't shrink when people begin to ask for your voice, your wisdom, your presence. You didn't build this platform. God did. And now, He's using it. The rise is not random. The shine is not shallow. The glory is not optional. It is happening, with or without external confirmation. Your light is calling forth abundance. Not just financial, but spiritual, emotional, relational. You're going to be surrounded by people who don't compete with your glow, but celebrate it. People who recognize that your shine doesn't dim theirs, but inspires it. You're entering rooms where alignment is automatic, not exhausting, where you don't have to explain yourself to be understood, where your presence is honored, not questioned. These rooms are your reward, not because you played a role, but because you remained authentic, not because you chased status, but because you stayed faithful, not because you forced it, but because you flowed with it. God is orchestrating divine placements now, and your light is the confirmation of readiness. You don't need a resume, your spirit is the proof. You don't need a pitch, your glow is the invitation. Let people say it's too much. Let them whisper that it's too fast. That's because they weren't present for the planting. They didn't see the breaking. They didn't witness the nights you cried out in the dark, wondering if it would all be worth it. But God did, and heaven remembers. And now everything is turning in your favor, not because you earned it, but because you were chosen for it. This season doesn't require you to hustle. It requires you to shine. It doesn't ask for performance. It calls for presence. Stand in it. Walk in it. Speak from it. Your light is permission for others to rise. Your breakthrough is evidence that divine timing is real. You are no longer the one trying to get in. You are the one being welcomed in, with honor, with celebration, with awe. Chosen one, the world is not just watching. You are shifting it. Every step you take leaves a trail of transformation. Every breath you breathe carries authority. Every word you speak echoes with eternity. You're no longer walking toward the light. You've become it, and everything that is meant for you will now arrive. Not because you chased it, but because you became the kind of person who attracts it. There is a quiet confidence forming in your soul that doesn't need to announce itself. You've stopped needing permission to exist in your full form. You no longer negotiate your energy to make others feel comfortable. You walk into spaces now with an invisible authority that shifts the atmosphere before you even speak. That's the power of divine emergence. When God is the architect of your becoming, even your silence speaks. There was a time when you second-guessed your reflection, when you questioned your worth based on how others treated you. But that time is over. You've outgrown the mindset that needed constant reassurance. The glow you carry now is internal first, and it radiates outward with truth. It's not pride, it's recognition. You finally see yourself through the lens God always used: chosen, worthy, sacred, unstoppable. You've reached a point where applause no longer dictates your direction, and silence no longer threatens your certainty. Your light is self-sustaining because it's God-ordained. It doesn't need validation. It breathes on its own. And that's why your life is becoming magnetic. You are attracting not only the things that match your energy, but the assignments that match your calling. Purpose is locating you. Favor is following you. Transformation is testifying through you. Where others once saw you as too much, God is showing that it was never too much. It was just not for them. The environments that once rejected you did so not because you lacked something, but because you carried too much divine frequency for them to handle. Your glow exposed their shadows. Your truth challenged their comfort. Your voice carried too much clarity. But now, you are being sent to places prepared for your fullness. No shrinking, no dimming, no edits. You're walking into a phase of divine exposure, not the kind that drains, but the kind that elevates. You'll be called on for things you didn't promote. You'll be asked to lead in areas you once felt unseen. You'll receive support from people you've never met, because God is assigning angels in human form to make sure you never walk alone again. That's what this light does. It signals to heaven that your next level has arrived. You are not being punished for shining too much. You are being positioned. Because there are people, places, and projects that require the level of light you now carry. They need your clarity. They need your conviction. They need your story. Not the polished version, but the raw one. The truth about how you made it through, how you kept going when no one clapped, how you stayed faithful when everything screamed quit. That story is fuel. That light is a map. And your journey is the activation code for others. Your testimony is about to unlock something mighty in souls who have been wandering in darkness. You didn't just survive for yourself. You survived for them. And now that you shine, your life becomes a lighthouse, a beacon on a hill, a signal in the storm. You'll start to notice how your energy introduces itself before you even speak. People will lean in before you offer your wisdom. They'll feel something divine on you before they know your name. That's what happens when the presence of God wraps itself around your very being. You're no longer trying to be seen. You are the vision. You are the proof. You are the answer to questions unspoken. There are blessings that have been circling your life, waiting for this moment. They couldn't land before. Not because you weren't worthy, but because you hadn't yet aligned. But now, your frequency has reached divine resonance. Now, your steps are harmonizing with heaven's timing, and what once seemed delayed will suddenly feel early. You'll call it fast, but it's actually right on time. Every place of pain is about to be honored. Every scar is becoming a badge. Every valley is becoming a viewpoint. And every hidden chapter is being redeemed with public glory. Not because you chased fame, but because God promised visibility in due season. And your season has arrived.